likely event that we should need to evacuate the vessel, you should remain calm and follow the instructions given by the provider. For your information, there are toilet facilities on the lower deck, including those for mobility-impaired passengers. We also have fully equipped bars selling a variety of refreshments. Thank you for choosing to travel with us, and have an enjoyable cruise.
ഇവിടെ നാളെ വരും.
Now we start over on our left hand side, the building that looks like a French chateau, as Vauxhall Court mentions. It's about 120 years old. It used to be private apartments. Most of it's gone now. It's the Liberal Club, the Gentlemen's Clubs, and it also incorporates the 5-star Horse Guards Hotel. The first bridge we go beneath is basically just an old railway bridge. But what they've done is put walkways either side. These were opened by Her Majesty the Queen. They are now known as the Golden Jubilee walkways. Now for any passengers on the top, it's actually a club for deep sea captains, and the president of the club is the Duke of Edinburgh. Now keep looking on your left, behind the Wellington, very shortly on the river wall is a small archway with the face of old Father Thames. That is Temple Arch or Temple Gate. It separates the boundaries between the city of Westminster, we're just going to leave, we're now going to go into the city of London.
Closing museum. You can go aboard there and take a look around the 9 decks from the engine rooms up to the bridge. It's an interesting day out. It'll take you a little while to look around the whole ship, but it's well for a visit, and kids under 16 go free on the Belgian. Now back over to our right, just behind the trees here, we have a very impressive looking building. This is called Waterguard on our right before it gets destroyed. Well, that's what they tell us. I've never actually seen no smoke coming from the chimneys of this building. But all we do know for certain is each Christmas time they have one hell of a staff party. Next on the right, there's a yellow bricks building. Now this is the old Village Gate Fish Market, a very famous fish market, which is still on the... Also on the left, we have a pirate ship. Now this is a replica of Sir Francis Drake's vessel, the Golden Hind, the ship in which he sailed around the world. He was the first Englishman to do so. It took him nearly 4 years. He had a crew of 80 cutthroat sailors. The replica on our left is a full working ship. It has retraced Drake's voyage twice. Now ahead of us we have We highly recommend the Anchor pub. It's a very nice pub to visit. It's got a nice restaurant inside. They do a nice bit of food inside the Anchor. Ahead of us is Southwark Bridge. Now this was opened in 1980. The original would have been built. Now this was the brainchild of a man called Sam Wanamaker. He was a film and theatre director who sadly died before its completion. But the project was taken on by his daughter Zoe, and it was opened by herself and the Queen about 12 years ago. It's well worth a visit. They're always reenacting Shakespeare's plays in there. Plays are performed in the traditional manner. There's no microphones or no stage lighting. It's all done as it would have been done back in Shakespeare's day. Next on the left, the building with the tall chimney is the old Bankside Power Station. Now ahead of us, we have the newest bridge to span the River Thames. This is the Millennium Bridge. You may know it better as the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. This was the bridge that was designed by Lord Norman Foster, the architect. Known as the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge because when it was so they closed the bridge for a short while, they re-stabilised it, and it was reopened again, and it's been permanently saved. Now if you look to your right, dominating the skyline, we have the massive dome and cross of St Paul's Cathedral, considered by most as Sir Christopher Wren's masterpiece. Now it took Wren about 35 years to build it. It stands 365 feet high, and it has the second largest unsupported cathedral dome anywhere in Europe. The largest sits on St Peter's in the Vatican City of Rome. Now many of our national heroes are actually buried inside St Paul's Cathedral in its famous crypt, and these include the Iron Duke, the Duke of Wellington, Lord Nelson, Florence Nightingale, and of course the bridge that span the River Thames. They removed